karma got to them quite hard. Hi everyone, happy Valentine's Day. I'm back with Solo Leveling Episode 6 review. At first we see Huang and his group leave the dungeon, with one member expressing doubts about Huang's plan. Huang reassures them that his strategy to gather mana crystals and escape will succeed. However, concerns arise about the possibility of the spider boss waking up when they return. Huang suggests using Yu's equipment to defeat it, or selling the gear if necessary. He also plans to investigate Yu's family to cover his tracks. During this, Huang acknowledges his own inability to defeat the spider boss. Typical fodder villains coming up with typical plans to deal with the MC. Honestly, this was to be expected, and I didn't really find anything amusing about this part. We see that at the spider's lair, Yu doubts Sung's ability to defeat the boss, but Sung agrees that it's a formidable opponent. He compares it to previous bosses he's faced and charges into battle. Meanwhile, Chairman Go has a work-related discussion with Wu in a vehicle. Wu mentions having free time and suggests chatting more during the ride. In the dungeon, Sung fights the spider boss, impressing Yu with his skill. Yu wonders if Sung might be a thrill-seeking false ranker. As Sung fights, he notices his fatigue increasing and checks his weapon's abilities. He gains a new dash skill, boosting his speed by 30%. Sung attempts to exploit the boss's weak point but struggles to penetrate its defenses. The boss knocks Sung into a wall, causing his fatigue to rise. Sung activates a full recovery item and defeats the boss with renewed strength. The false ranker part has opened up a doorway for some potential good fights, although I don't know if this will get utilized later on or not. Also, the scene transitions felt very off, as if they were put there just to cover up time. Then we see that after Sung defeats the spider boss and collects his reward, Yu is surprised and suspicious of Sung's abilities, fueling his theory that Sung may be a false ranker. Despite Sung's confusion, Yu treats him kindly, which Sung finds unusual. Huang and his group arrive, shocked to see Sung and Yu alive and victorious. Meanwhile, Go and Wu spar in a training area, with Wu impressed by Go's strength and Go praising Wu's defense. Returning to Huang's confrontation with Sung and Yu, they argue about who defeated the boss. Huang interrogates Yu about his family and equipment, ignoring Yu's questions about how he obtained the information. Huang orders Yu to kill Sung, revealing his squad's nefarious operations and threatening both of them. Yu chooses to stand with Sung against Huang, prompting Huang and his allies to attack. Suddenly, Sung's player log presents him with an urgent quest, to kill those who seek to kill him or face penalties. Confused by the task, Sung is attacked by Q1, sending him into a pile of mana crystals. The boss fight was silky smooth and greatly animated, but I can't say it blew me away or anything. Also, Yu suddenly calling Sung Aniki was pretty funny. Moving on, we see He-Jin visit a parlor with her friends, discussing their current hunter-themed activities, before returning to the battle between Sung, Yu, Huang, and Huang's men. This part really annoyed me because they chose to jump between scenes while there was a very intense fight going on, although I do believe that the high-ranking hunter mentioned by those girls might be important later on. Next we see that despite being conscious, Sung contemplates whether he should kill Huang and his men, wondering if his player log wants him to survive to become stronger. Approaching them with intent to kill, Sung effortlessly beheads one of Huang's men, shocking the rest. He proceeds to dispatch the others with his Kasaka blade. Despite Huang's attempts to fight back, Sung ultimately kills him as well. Sung and Yu then flee the dungeon and discuss their experiences with a worker, while Sung observes his rewards from the mission. I was once again surprised by the vast amount of uncensored gore this episode showed us, because normally Japanese TV channels don't allow these things. Also, at this rate Sung will turn into a psycho soon. At the end we see Sung is taken aback by receiving rewards for his actions and examines the skill he gained from the human hunt. Yu concludes his conversation with the worker and expresses gratitude to Sung. Observing the rain, Sung reflects on giving jin-ah the umbrella earlier. Then, the scene shifts to a building with a shot of a muscular man. I was hoping to see more guilt and remorse from Sung for killing people for the first time in his life, but that didn't happen, and to me that was a bad portrayal of Sung's emotions. Nonetheless, I enjoyed this episode, but I expected far more from it because the whole anime community was going crazy about how mind-blowing the episode is. Anyways, thanks for watching everyone. If you like my video, then check out some of my other videos. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, or leave a comment if you want to say something. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, or check out my Facebook page. Links are given in the description. Until then, see ya.